Hello everybody and welcome to round 2 of season 6. Here we are in Miami for qualifying. We have 6 drivers today, but first off, before we get into that, I cannot do this alone as per usual because my F1 knowledge, it is a little bit lacking. So I am joined by the season 1 constructors champion himself. He wasn't in a Williams, he was in a Merc though. If you get that joke, then you're awesome. We have Callum.
How are we? All okay?
Not too bad, yourself?
Oh, I'm ready for some fun. Miami, glamorous circuit, but the track is punishing. I'm speaking from experience. But it is a lot. We've got 18 minutes here, flat out qualifying. We'll see which driver puts it on pole position.
Very true. Shall we run through the drivers themselves then? We have the winner from last time, of course, the Season 5 World Drivers Champion himself, and of course the Season 5 Constructors Champion all on his own, because he in fact beat Preston and Callum. We have Noah. Coming back then to jump down, we have your Season 4 World Drivers Champion himself. He DNF last race. We have George. Then to dive down to Ian. He is again returning in Season 6. His first race in Season 6 because he wasn't here for Australia. Welcome him back to the DFL. To jump on up, we have Joe in the other Mercedes, of course. DNF last time, unfortunate, but what can he do? We'll see what happens. And then to the Ferrari, we have 2 Ferraris to go, but we only have 1 Ferrari for now. We have Liam in here today. We'll see what happens. But shall we just break down what's going on today, people? We currently have a few drivers out, Callum.
Well, I mean, we're looking at Noah, probably the first man to start the push lap. Obviously George already out there as well. All the others choosing to stay in the pits. I mean, Joe's coming out now. Your first laps, well, I'll speak from experience, is obviously a feeder laps, new DLC as well, so the drivers obviously just getting back used to the track, back used to the circuit, should you say. Obviously it's important to consider the long straights, low drag. Setups might be all over the place, but personally, I'm looking more for a straight line. I mean, you're looking in the back end of Sector 3, obviously with the deployment overtake mode as well. I think this one's going to be interesting, Dan. I couldn't really tell you who I could imagine in and around the top. Kind of just depends on lap time and who can keep their nose clean.
That's fair enough. But how are you feeling about the new regs? Of course, you haven't had a real try on them yet, but how are you sort of feeling about them?
I mean, I think it'll bring the grid closer together. Obviously, it takes out some of the notion of, obviously, your DRS usage. It kind of gives everybody a spare chance, but obviously, naturally, it all comes down to setup, to racecraft, to be fair. Me, I wasn't exactly someone that was quick, but I was someone who knew where to put my car in the right place at the right time, and well, you're looking now, sorry to interrupt myself, I mean, we got some lap times being set early doors. Ian behind his teammate, less than a 10th behind. But it's important to note that the Hasses are looking, I mean, 4 minutes in, are looking alright. So everybody else, I mean, George just sets a lap, a 10th quicker than Ocon, 2 tenths quicker than Ian. Noah now coming in, Jesus, they're all coming in now. Noah 3 tenths up. Well, as I said, these are obviously your feeder laps, and we've got to take into account track evolution. But I mean, if early goings, we're looking at your Season 5 champion, potentially looking to steal the show here in Miami.
Very true. And after last time, of course, coming out with the win, yes, 5 of the 6 drivers did DNF. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Noah walked away with that win. Can he improve his gap again? I mean, it is only round 2. We have 18 other rounds to go. There is 20 rounds in total. But a gap being built is a gap at the end of the day. And as Callum, I'm sure, can tell you, every point matters.
I completely agree, mate. As you say, I mean, again, you're looking at more drivers out there on laps now. You've got Liam out and Joe out who are yet to set lap times. Mate, yeah, at the end of the day, you've got a lot more teams here in this season. Obviously, me and Preston some would say the unks of the league. But I mean, it all depends now. I mean, there's a lot more team strategy which can be involved. Joe comes in, 128.9, slots in between Bortoletto and Perez. Half the grid still yet to set a lap time. I mean, this could be anyone's, but you are looking roughly at about 1.2 second advantage. Maybe Joe got held up in traffic. I'm not 100% sure. Or maybe he's just still finding his feet. But as it stands, there is a stark difference between these two Mercedes.
Very true, but it is amazing, both the fact that Noah is somehow, I'm not saying somehow because he's a brilliant driver, but is ahead of George. Like I described it last time out, George alone. Oh, we've got a bit of a pullover here. Is that Joe stopping? He was, but I think he's just letting some cars through.
So it looked like he was slowing down to try and get out of the way of other cars. Doesn't want to be impeding others' laps.
Fair enough.
Liam now comes in with a 128.3.
Damn. But the thing is though, as I was describing George last time, the pace that George had in season 4, you have to triple that, even quadruple that now, and you still don't get to the pace George has. And the fact is, Noah is still currently beating him for the pole position. I mean, if this doesn't show you the competitiveness here in season 6, I don't know what does. And Ian being P6 as well. I mean, he started out last season with expectations so low that he wouldn't even get near the points, and he's here and he's still in the points potentially. Obviously we've got a bit of time left, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, we've got a little bit of a difference going on here because Alonso has jumped up between George and Noah, putting George down to P4 now. This is unbelievable stuff. I mean, Joe down in P16, that's going to take some recovery.
I mean, I completely agree. Joe has got out twice. It's important to note both Noah and Joe. And Liam is out of the session.
I think
I don't know what's happened. I think he has lost it at the chicane. There is a yellow flag here in Sector 2. There is a technical section of reward commitment, but it's very high risk to very much high reward. And
Joe spun as well. That is not good for Joe. His pace is definitely off today. Sorry to cut you off there, Callum.
No, I mean, I'm still sat here looking at that second sector chicane, and I think it's just gone back to greens now. But Liam probably, as I say, I didn't quite catch it. But from what I can presume from the track layout, might have just caught his front left and ripped it off. And wowee, I guess that's not what you want. No confidence. Only 7 minutes of track time here in quali.
Very true.
And then the boys got to go out there and do a long race.
We'll see what happens. We do have the other Ferrari still to join. Vader has joined the session, but he cannot get into the quali apparently. So hopefully he can get into the race. We'll see what happens, obviously. But how that Ferrari dynamic happens. I mean, last season, speaking for yourself, Callum, you were the only one in a proper team last season. The others were all on their own. This is proper constructors battle this season with everyone in a team. That could be brilliant.
Well, that's what I was saying earlier. Back to that team strategy. In the sense of it allows drivers. I mean, you saw it a lot last season. But you can even look back from my personal experience in Belgium. You know what I mean? I took the hit, you set on the tyre offset, and you hold back the field to, Preston run away with it. And obviously put in the contention to try and win the title. But it's moments like that where you think, you look at George, for example, bit of a lone wolf. Obviously, you got the 2 Mercedes, the 2 Ferraris. I mean, it's all to play for. I mean, you got a constructors fight as well now. There is another yellow flag, as it looks to be. I believe Ian's slowing down.
It looks
to start his second lap.
Looks like he's very off the pace here, but he will go again. I don't know how old his softs are. I didn't see him pit actually. He's only got 1 lap, so he has just come out actually, so that's fair enough. We'll see what Ian can do here. It's going to be interesting. Again, the surprise is Joe down in P17. We saw it last time out. George and Joe were battling away in P1 and P2. It was an amazing battle, of course, until George unfortunately slipped down and did DNF. But from Joe to go from that to down to P17 here in Miami, it does show you the difference in the track. And of course, with these new regulations as well, it completely changes the game entirely. But with George getting a 126.930 to get that provisional pole position, how will Noah respond? Will he come back out and try and attack again? We'll have to wait and see.
I mean, that's a statement lap, should I say. 8/10 quicker than Noah. Noah, I mean, his best lap set on a second run on his soft, so maybe there was an issue on his first run initially. Ian struggling, hustling the car, fighting the car through the chicane now, onto the final back straight, absolutely dumping anything and everything that car has got left. But yeah, I mean, George, one lap on those softs is, well, as you say, it's 7 minutes to go. But if it's anything like this, Dan, I think we're going to have a very spicy end to qualifying.
And I think a spicy race as well. I'm definitely looking forward to it. Noah coming back out now. He's going to challenge that provisional pole position. He wants it. Will he be able to get it? That's the question. Of course, this is the first time in a while, I would say, that we've had two World Drivers' Champions going at it in a proper DFL season. I mean, last season we only had Preston, who was a World Drivers' Champion. And season 4, that was only Charlie was in it and Preston was in it. So last time was season 4, almost 3 years ago.
I guess it's what, I mean, it's a difference in the grid, doesn't it? It helps motivate everybody else, try and push that a little bit more. I mean, you saw Ian, a couple of lockups, a couple of dodgy corners. He didn't actually finish that run that he did on his second set of softs, and he's leaving it all down to his third and final run. I mean, Liam is still P10. It's important to consider. He is, in a sense, the best of the rest. Joe hustling now on his lap. Going through him, he's completed Sector 1. We're into Sector 2, as I've said before, the more technical part of the track, especially when it comes to this high-speed chicane.
Will he be able to keep it? It's going to be interesting. I mean, it's definitely a weakness having that battery just dump so easily now. Before, you know, with the old regulations, it was easier to manage, but now it is just beyond so difficult. We saw it in Australia. It just dumped so easy, and when you activate it, look how quickly that is going down.
All I'm saying is this looks like some lap. He absolutely nailed that chicane in Sector 2, and all he's got is one final real corner. I mean, there is a bit of a slight kink to the left, to the right, before he comes up to the line, but he's absolutely aced it, and I think Joe's on for a decent lap here. He goes up to P7. Will he have enough time to get back to the pits? I'm not too sure. That might be the last we see of him. But we are seeing Ian out on a lap. Noah also currently on a lap. And again, I mean, I absolutely love this second sector. But you just see the difference there as Noah goes over the curb, hits the bollard. And that is massively going to impact him. Confidence and on this lap. I think Noah's probably got one run left in him. If not, George has absolutely cleaned up the competition, dropping it into the 126s.
That is brilliant, but we're about to see what Noah can do here. He's up to 121. It's looking like a good lap. How's it going to go? Will he get that provisional pole position? No, he won't. It's a 127.761. A tiny little bit of an improvement, but not enough.
I'm telling you, that was costly. In that second sector, I don't know if you quite caught it. He went flying over the sausage curb, impacting the floor, impacting the drag. Actually took out the bollard as well. So, hey, I don't want to say some stewardship here, but that wasn't exactly the cleanest from Noah. But we will have to wait and see. Obviously, 3 minutes left, Dan. This is anyone's game, surely.
It really is. I mean, it's going to be so close. And apparently, just a little bit of news, Liam from Ferrari has managed to pull in another driver into the league. I was not aware of this, so this is a little bit of a surprise to me. But he has managed to get one in. So we are now I believe, up to 7 drivers for this next race. You might want to tune in next time, people. But as Callum said, we've got 3 minutes left of the session. Anything can happen here, and I believe Ian is getting close to the line, coming down the straight. 13% battery, straight line mode has just gone off. He's coming round the corner here. How is he going to hold it up? 40% battery now, absolutely dumping it. He's going for it all. Gonna cross the line. Will he improve up to P5?
I mean, it's a good lap, but again, you still just see the stark difference and what a remarkable lap it was from George in the middle of the session. Because still, I mean, that's probably Ian's best. And unless he manages to get around again and commit on these tyres, that's it from Ian. He's used all 3 sets, and he looks to be pushing back round, but George, my oh my. The more drivers are setting lap times in these regs, it's clear to see someone has aced it more than the others.
Very true. And I think, obviously this is your first race watching these guys, I think you can truly now appreciate how competitive this season is. Like, it's just interchanging between everyone.
Well, I mean, at the moment it doesn't look very interchanging. It looks to me that George has stole the show. But, well, I mean, Noah sits in the pits, maybe a late come out, but George is out. George is going to try and defend the advantage he's got. I mean, it's 1 second to Alonso, 8 attempts to Noah. I think, well, you got Joe on an outlap. He seems to be the only real potential competition. I don't see Ian. Ian's nuked his tyres. Not a lot of battery to go for another lap. Well, this again. When it matters, he's delivered, but I'm a bit gobsmacked, to be honest. I don't know what else to say.
I think with 1 minute to go, what a brilliant qualifying we've seen so far, and I believe the first to cross the line will be Joe. However, that will be going on his next lap, so he will have enough time. Will the others get there as well? I know Ian has gone into pits now. Noah is quite a bit away.
Noah is the man who we're going to be looking at here coming through the first sector. 45 seconds to go. I mean, he's had nothing to lose really coming out. He either doesn't make it to the line, and unless other drivers around him beat him, I think the lowest Noah starts is P4. And well, we all know what the starts are in these regulations. All it takes is dropping the lights and acing it, and Noah could be up there very easily, fighting for pole and fighting for first down into turn 1, but I can't see him making it. He's going through the chicane now. George is on his lap. Whether or not he's fully sending it, I don't quite know.
It looks like he is.
He doesn't really need to.
The problem is, I also haven't updated the DFL records this season. I still need to do that from last season. Obviously, you know, who has fastest quali and etc. So we won't know whether George has broken it yet until next race.
I mean, we're looking here. Noah and Ian have not got a lap. Joe on a lap, down to P11. Liam P13, and considering he went out quite early, P14 now. I don't think that's that bad, considering his circumstances. But George, well, he's just taking more of a scenic drive, no?
But we have
somehow
Joe coming round the final corners. I apologise to cut you off, but it is P11 currently. Will he get it up? 125, 126. It looks to be a better lap. He shoots it into P2.
He takes the front row.
Oh,
He'll line up alongside George.
What an ending to qualifying we have just witnessed. We're gonna go to the table, people. And here we are with the table. George in P1. Joe, surprising comeback to get P2. Noah in P3. Ian in P8. We have Liam in P14. And I believe that is it, because Vader's still to join and we someone else joining. So guys, we'll be back with the race tomorrow. Don't miss it, people.